Beneath the surface. That's the place fishermen in the Florida Panhandle and along the Gulf Coast wish they could look at 1 year after the catastrophic BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Many say they are still struggling and skeptical about the future of commercial fishing. News Channel 5's Michael Williams traveled to the Panhandle for a look, and he's joining us tonight live from Pensacola Beach. Michael?
Good evening, Jim. Sun, sand, and surf, the ingredients for a rebound in tourism. And along this stretch of the Florida Panhandle, they do indeed, they're feeling that. But as you indicated, the worry for commercial fishermen is about a future and about what lies beneath the surface. Paul Redman is the skipper of Gemini on Perdido Key west of Pensacola, and he's at the end of his rope.
I don't have any idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to get into some other industry. Unless BP comes through with a decent settlement.
Redman says he was 7 miles from BP's Deepwater Horizon when the rig blew a year ago in the Gulf. His livelihood, he says, has been in deep freeze ever since. A mat of tar, Redman complains, covers dozens of square miles of old fishing grounds in the Gulf. He says Gulf fishermen worry the BP spill could suffocate fishing habitat long term, and he thinks of the Exxon Valdez spill in Alaska in 1989.
I think it's going to be pretty similar to Valdez. It was 2.5 years to 3 years before the damage was ever surfaced.
Tom Allen wonders too. Perdido Bay Seafood is a family-run business, and the oil spill choked their livelihood last year.
Everybody was scared to eat the seafood for probably 3 months, 4 months, and they're still not all the way back, but the press now is doing a good job, and we're getting inspected by the federal government and the state.
His seafood lovers are back, and BP has made good on damage claims for Allen so far, though he says he checks his claim status each day.
We do $1 million plus in sales, and we were down over $1 million, and they brought us back just about up to where we needed to be.
But the nagging worries will not go away for fishermen and families who make their living from the sea.
We're really concerned about being dead zone out there, and only time will tell, in the next probably 6-8 months to a year to see how the juvenile fish come along, and we're just, it's all, week to week, month to month, and probably year to year until, we know exactly what the outcome of the oil spill is.
Holding on to what they have now, worried about what they'll have left in the future. Those kind of concerns have prompted a move in Congress to try and find some new efforts to aid commercial fishermen. 2 Louisiana congresspeople, 2 senators, have introduced a bill called Restore. It would create a Gulf Coast Restoration Trust Council and Fund, and the effort would be to direct about 60% of that funding towards creating a group that would aim to restore marine habitat and fisheries, a group that would focus its efforts on that, and of course, in doing that, hopefully help commercial fishermen who were worried about the long-term health of fish and shellfish livestock. And about 40% of the money would go directly to states like Florida to try and help them direct that seed money towards improving the natural resources out here in the Gulf of Mexico, a year after the BP oil spill, a year later, but a lot of doubt still among those fishermen about where their future lies. We'll have more coverage from here tonight at 11. For now, reporting live from Pensacola Beach, Michael Williams, News Channel 5.